back. Another beautiful day at the Waterboyz Show, man. The sun is shining, man. God is good. And we are here with everybody that's rocking with us, man. Talking sports, talking Atlanta. What's up, B?
The sun ain't shining today, bro. It's cloudy.
There you go, man. Like I told you, any day I wake up, the sun is shining, my guy.
Okay,
that
sun,
means
I get what you're
any
saying.
day
the sun
I
is
wake
shining
up
for your heart, but it's cloudy.
No, I didn't say the sun was shining for
Okay,
my
but
heart.
it's
I
not
said the sun
shining.
is shining.
All right.
It's always shining on me.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on
It's
in your
shining-
world.
Hey, man, the light is shining on me, but it's cloudy today.
Man, nah, man, the sun's shining. But anyway, man, look, we don't have to debate it, man. Look, he want to be under some clouds. Let him have it, man. Hey, just don't go chasing waterfalls, man, all right? You know what I'm saying? We're going to let the sun shine on myself. But anyway, man, look, it's right about that time. We always talk about that digital currency. If you out there, if you watching, if you listening, make sure you show us that digital love. Make sure you give us a like, a share, a subscription. That does mean subscribe. YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, wherever you find our content, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell 10 more friends. And after that, tell them to tell 10 more. I say it the same way. Not 10 more, 10 more. And then when you get done with that, if you're on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, make sure you give us a review, a rating. Make sure you leave a comment. Believe it or not, that does help the show. It helps more people find us as we talk about all things Atlanta and these blood pressure birds. You know what I mean? And give y'all the content y'all like. We truly appreciate that. And then after that, see this? See, I'm rocking these blood pressure birds are stressing me out. That's for all the fellow Falcon fans out there who go through it. Y'all look at B. See what he rocking right quick. There he is, man. The Waterboyz Show official gear. Go to 285clothing.com. That's 285clothing.com and get you some of that Waterboyz Show merch. Anything you want to say, B?
Man, I just want to say, man, what's up with that? Go back to Trey. Say something about failed fatherhood. What's going on with that?
Oh, don't worry. We're going to get into it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. We're going to definitely get into it, man. That's a book that a lot of people need to know about, and we're going to get into some discussions about it because we have an esteemed guest. We have a South Sider. You know what I'm saying? One of those Godby Road gents.
Two-time NBA champion.
Boy, two-time NBA champion. Hey, listen, is cousin to the barbershop I go to. The owner is his cousin.
Okay.
So we get our hair cut at the same barbershop. Now I'm rocking a low cut. Josh, he got that thing all the way cut off. Okay. So we get two different types of cuts.
Okay. At least you got something to cut.
Hey man, shout out to Pop, shout out to Snoop and everybody over there at the shop. Yes, man, one of Atlanta's own, one of Southside's own, two-time NBA champion, man. Played with the Black Mamba, played out in LA, and also spent some time here with these Atlanta Hawks. So we gonna get into any and everything that he wants to discuss and more. Y'all give it up for our guy, Josh Powell. Let's go.
What's going on, fellas?
What's up, my guy?
Man, I'm loving it. You know what I'm saying? I get to talk my Atlanta one time for the one time.
And how you say it? Yeah. Hey, man, well, it's good to have you here. My first time meeting you was at the barbershop, like I said, over there with Pop and Snoop. Me and Pop, we always going back and forth about basketball. Every time I'm in the shop, me and him having some kind of argument, debate, or something on NBA basketball and football. But I met you there, but we were able to really connect as far as you, me, Be Rich, and get you on the show at the Legends of Basketball event, man. So it was good seeing you out there, man.
Absolutely. We had a good time.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So look, you here with us today, man. We're going to get right into it, man. Man, how sweet was it to win a championship, my guy?
Even better to be on the Wheaties box.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Just a kid from the south side of Atlanta.
All right.
It is like growing up,
Come
man,
on,
being
man.
on the Wheaties box, man.
The Wheaties box, right?
Yeah, man. What's her name? What's the Olympian? Because Josh, younger than you and I. What's the Olympian that was on there back in the day? Mary Lou. Was it Mary Lou Retton?
Mary Lou Retton. Listen,
Hey.
Bruce Jenner was on. Bruce Jenner was
There
on
you
the
go.
Wheaties box. Walter Payton. Walter Payton was on the Wheaties.
Oh, sweetness.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Listen. Hey, so
And
man.
now Josh Powell.
I'm telling you. Little old me, but hey, we on there, man. Shout out to all my folks, man, representing. So College Park, Clayton County, you know what it is.
Do you still have that box?
Absolutely, that cereal old in the mug.
Oh, you still got the cereal?
I got this. It come with all of it.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I got 2 boxes.
Wow.
Yeah.
You should have got like a whole case.
I wasn't even thinking like that, man, because I ate one box. I was just like, bro, it's hard. They're hard to be on the Wheaties box. You know, the part about getting a ring is a blessing, but to actually, like, go in the stores and, like, the team, like, we up there, it was just fire.
Yeah, man. So like a lot of times when people talk about championship teams, and I know it's so much to talk about your journey, but I kind of want to start here just because I think it's special to talk to somebody who's won a championship. I think us as fans, and hey, y'all out there that's watching and listening, you can say maybe you don't feel this way, but I think us as fans, I think sometimes we underestimate exactly how tough it is to win a championship, and it doesn't really matter the sport. Doesn't matter if it's a group sport or individual sport. It's extremely hard to win a championship, man. And so just speak a little bit just about a team coming together as brothers, or in the WNBA that is sisters, and just the bond and the grind and just the mental fortitude that it takes to get the ultimate goal done and become champions.
I think a lot of the reason why there's a disconnect is because most people aren't used to sacrificing. Right? So even from a relationship standpoint, like, you got a lot of men or women that complain about the other side and all these things, but not really understand what goes into it. So, like, being a part of a team, for one, what is your goal? What is your purpose? What are you trying to do and accomplish? And then removing pride and ego. Because a lot of times, like, you be on these teams, and, you know, for most players, and I just had this conversation yesterday at a Hawks camp, because the people that get memorialized and get all the glory and the praise are usually the stars. And I'm not saying that they're not worthy of that, but the other people that are also a part of that and help these guys to prepare are anyone from 8 through 15. Those role players that don't get the acknowledgement and the appreciation for the hard work and sacrifice that they put into the grind. Because I got to show up. I got to work twice or 3 times as hard as the next, because my window is so much shorter. If you a guy that's playing 30-plus minutes, you allow mistakes and doing all those things. But I know for me, when my number's called, I got to come in, my 5 to 10 minutes or my 10 to 15 minutes got to be on point. There can't be mistakes. There can't be lapses. There can't be none of those things that happen. My energy, the way that I communicate, carrying out the game plan, doing things defensively, making sure that offensively I'm on point, my spacing, making the right plays and reads, setting the proper screens, doing all those things, communicating, everything that goes into it. And a lot of times your average fan or your average supporter, they don't see all the things that go into it. For example, I was telling them yesterday, like, hey, who's your favorite player? And you know, people say LeBron, MJ, Steph. All right, cool. If Steph is the best and he's done it by himself, name me one time that he got, you know, who are some other people that got Finals MVP to kind of prove the point? Because, yeah, Steph is the best player, but in that moment he wasn't considered the best player.
Yeah, Eagle Dog.
Right? So it's just kind of giving people a different perspective on the importance of why a team is so valuable, bro. And we got to stop. Because if you want to, right, play an individual sport, cool. But in the game of basketball, what happens to the Knicks if OG doesn't get that tip in game 4? Right?
Different series.
Right. When we talking about a ton of things, like, for real people that understand the game, who really study it and watch it and are not just coming from a fan standpoint, and you really breaking down sets and how guys are doing and the fact that they went on runs and the times of the runs and all of those things, man, it's too much to this game. That's why your IQ got to be on a whole nother level.
Hey, Josh, let me ask you something.
Yes, sir.
When you was on the Lakers and they won the championship twice, what was the starting 5?
The first, I think on both we had the same starting 5. The only interchangeable was Trevor was a part of the 2009, and then Metta was a part of 2010.
So what was the starting 5?
Cole, D-Fish, Gasol, Bynum, and Trevor or Metta.
Okay, so how important was it to Kobe to win that championship without Shaq? Did he make that known to y'all, or y'all kind of just knew, or like?
Or was it just a championship journey?
No. You know, the one thing I think we've seen about players is there is a level of pettiness to
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So, for Kobe, like he didn't forget anything, and it's like you don't hear him talk until it was done. And that was one of the first things he addressed after we beat Orlando. In his word, I can't remember the exact quote, but he was like, something about that or something regarding the shit. I can't remember, but he made a little sly, petty little remark. I can't remember exactly what he said, but I just know that, these guys always remember everything because it's a part of their legacy. Like, that's another thing that they're fighting for. Players want to be great. They want to win. They want championships and all those things, but they also want to be recognized as one of the best to ever do it. So I'm not mad at it. But for me, I know I'm one of the best to ever do it too. So, being a part of a prestigious club, like, I might not be top 75, but I'm top out of the 5,000.
Hey, look, that ain't nothing. So it's gonna be some people that's gonna laugh at it like you kind of smile, but look, that ain't nothing to sneeze at. They say
it's only 5,000 to put on a uni.
Man.
You one of them.
I'm one of them.
So, how many different coaches did you play for?
Probably about 9 or 10, bro. A lot.
So you played with the great Phil Jackson, man. What was the difference between him and the other coaches? Is there a clear difference or not really?
A lot of people talk about system, right? But Tex was, from my understanding, responsible for the triangle.
Yes.
But regarding coaching, like, Phil was phenomenal at ego and managing, like, that part of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I also learned a lot from him in being a father because I kind of looked at how he managed everybody individually, and, like, I take some things from that into fatherhood. So I think Phil is phenomenal at doing that. He's phenomenal at pushing buttons. He's phenomenal at creating mess and then calming it. Like, he's done some things where, man, you can't. I mean, even in watching The Last Dance, a coach that'll allow his player in the middle of the playoffs to go to Vegas to get some, let some steam off. You know what I'm saying? And then, like, long as you come back, you in shape, you good. What coaches today would do that?
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just him understanding his players, understanding time in the moment and all of those things, but also understanding that, do what you got to do, but make sure that at the end of it all, we're going to win this championship.
So look, speaking of Phil, man, give me like one of his philosophies, man. One of his because he's known as, like you said, being able to manage. Some people think he's really good at philosophy, man. What's something he said that really stuck with you, or it could be something he said that you were like, okay, I don't get it, but whatever.
No, I think it's the things that he did. It might seem a little crazy at first, but one of the first times that I think we went through a little tough spell. We were winning, but the games were kind of ugly. Man, he came in one day, with the sage, and he was just like all throughout the practice facility. He came in the locker room, and I'm like, bro, what Phil got going on? So, he made us have a team meeting. He came in. The film was on, like the video was on. He cut all of that off, dimmed the lights. He was like, man, y'all sit in these chairs, close your eyes, and we started meditating. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was like experiences like that I took with me for the rest of my life. Where I'm like, okay, cool. Like, when it get a little, man, it's whether you meditate or a prayer. You feel me? Like, for me, it's prayer. So it's like it's just a reminder of, you pray in the morning, you pray at night, but you also need to encompass tapping in spiritually throughout the day. You know what I'm saying? So those are some of the things that I was super grateful for. And just watching his approach, and then the attention to detail, man. We would have practices, and he used to beat this drum.
Okay.
And, like, you would have to pass on the beat of the drum. Like, everything was in sync, the spacing, like how you came down all together, and then you had to know everybody else's spot. So if you weren't, you couldn't have been a part of that team if you didn't have a good head on your shoulders, because most of the times you go into camp, there's a playbook and all of that, and there's none of that. You got to remember everything.
Wow.
So you get stuck in,
you need to know it.
The way you fill in and transition, all of those things, I need to know every spot on that floor, just in case. If I'm caught up at the top where Lamar used to be initiating the offense, I need to make the proper cuts. I need to be able to make the proper reads. I need to know everything that I need to know. And these are some of the things that our basketball supporters don't understand and know when it comes to the game of basketball.
Yeah, so look, like you said, it's a lot of like nuances to the game that a lot of like just basketball supporters. I like the way you call that, basketball
Yeah,
supporters.
because I don't really like to say fans, and that's no disrespect, but I just feel like supporters is a more appropriate title.
Yeah. Now you know, and I use that, and I here tell you, I use that when it comes to the village that we're growing here with the Waterboyz Show. You know, I like to say supporters because I mean, nobody has to support you at all. You know what I mean? So, hey, you already know. We have to ask about, you know, my personal favorite basketball player is Kobe Bryant. That's my favorite basketball player. It used to be Magic before that, but Kobe's rookie year at my job. I used to work at Coca-Cola as a courier, and a young guy who just finished his rookie year came down there. It was Kobe Bryant, and I had a chance to meet him, chop it up with him just for a couple minutes. Nothing big, nothing heavy, but he was a cool dude at that particular time, and so I followed his career from that point on and became, like you said, a supporter of his, man. Like, everybody talks about Black Mamba mentality. Man, give us some thoughts on Kobe, like just the way Kobe approached the game from your point of view, things that you saw from Kobe that maybe we know, maybe we don't know.
Well, I think everybody knows it. His attention to detail, his obsessive nature with greatness, the way he watched film, the way he broke down film, being 5 steps ahead on everything. Like, he could see how a team would play him on the left side of the court. He could see how a team would play him on the right side of the court. He could see how a team played him in the middle. He could see how the coverages were different depending on who was defending him. And then he also broke down things as to what we could do better defensively, how he can shade somebody this way or where help could come from, like all of those things. The mental aspect to the game, when you talk about greatness on that level, like the way that they can manipulate the game is totally different. You know, his pace, his level of patience, the way that he could read things, just a phenomenal basketball mind. You know what I mean? And then the way that he taught the game, too, like just different ways that he kind of looked at basketball, which was so much different than everybody else. I think that's another piece that's a part of, like, the Mamba mentality. I don't think everything is just about kill. I think it's also about, you know, your thought process. And he always talked about having a childlike approach because you always want to learn about the game, too, and constantly being a student, which for me personally, I feel is a place of power. You know what I mean? Like, the minute you want to, you know, the minute you stop learning about something or life or feeling like you can expand, then, you know, that's a dangerous place to be in. So just watching him and being able to appreciate what he brought to the game, why he did the things that he did, and the list goes on and on and on. He really sacrificed his life for the game of basketball.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I want to take us back. I don't want to stop talking about Kobe and the team and what you went through. But the NBA draft recently is over. Tell us about your draft night, man. Tell us about your feeling and where you was taken and who was in your draft, who was the number 1 pick. Help us remember all of that. And tell us about your draft night experience.
My draft night experience was very hurtful. It was probably one of the most painful experiences I've had in my life. But at the same time, it was the night that I grew as a man. And one thing about me is, like, I've always had a certain mindset and mentality, so it was just fuel for me. I came out in 2003. LeBron James was the number 1 pick in that draft, and the last pick in that first round was Josh Howard. And the reason, you know, shout out to Josh, that's my brother, and the reason why I had to bring that up was because, you know, I had a party. You know, had family, friends over, you know what I mean? Because in the draft, you know, during that year, I was projected like late first, like still kind of like first round, or in some other ones, I was like early second. But I was as high as, I want to say, anywhere from 16 to 20 or something like that.
Yeah.
And these are mock drafts, so, you know, a lot of people want to talk, say whatever, but these are mock drafts. But I felt really good about, you know, my positioning and, you know, to not have my name called. And I actually thought they said my name because Josh Howard and Josh Powell are kind of similar. But yeah, I didn't really know how to feel, because again, I came out at 19 years old.
Yeah.
And I was a kid and not really knowing what that meant. And, my agent having to pull me to the side and like, look, man, this ain't the end all be all. Like, we still gonna have a plan. We still gonna figure it out. But that also is one of the things that I appreciate, because I have one of those stories where I got in the hard way. I didn't get to shake the hand or do none of those things.
Yeah.
But I was able to make a team and beat people out. And not only did I do it once, I did it twice. You know what I'm saying? So from a historical standpoint, which is something that you really don't hear of, if you go back, and I can't remember which draft this was. I want to say it was either the next year. It might have been the following year. No. It was 2006 draft after we went to the finals. So I got traded during the summer to Indiana. And I know I'm moving past the draft night, because I'll let you go back and handle that. But I just wanted to tell the story real quick.
No, do you think?
So I was with Dallas after we lost to the Miami Heat. There was like a trade that happened again. I had no idea about it. We sitting up there watching TV, and my name goes across the clicker, and me, Daryl Armstrong, Raw Marshall, and Marquise Daniels, who was my DA is my brother, Raw's my brother, and Marquise is my brother, and we get traded. So their roster is full, and basically I'm on my second year, which was a non-guarantee, and they just drafted, if I'm not mistaken, I want to say they just drafted James White.
Okay.
Indiana did.
Okay.
And basically, like, after going through training camp, working my tail off, doing everything that I did, they let go of a lottery pick to keep me. Wow. So if we want to, we can go back, we can check that. But and that's also the same year James got 2 checks, because he didn't sign with however they did it, but he signed with the San Antonio Spurs and then won a championship, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that. But, it ended up working out for him, but it worked out for me too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm super grateful, like, of certain moments and things that have happened, because it wasn't easy. And you don't hear stories like that of, things happening in that manner. But I was grateful because I came underneath the old law. And in the old law, you get a chance to perform and prove. The politics are always going to be a part of our game. But in that moment, I was allowed the chance to, like, show and prove, and I had teammates that vouched for me, and it worked out on my behalf.
Yeah, you were allowed to really fight for a position, not to just be given because, hey, we drafted him here. The GM wants him on the court to have the opportunity.
Come on. Folks don't hear them type of stories.
Yeah, so do you think, and I'm going to let B jump right back in, but just speaking of you coming out at 19, I know just talking to you, I can't speak for you, but I'm guessing if I asked you, you probably wouldn't change anything about your journey because it made you the man who you are now. But at 19, do you think some of the advice that you were given to come out at that time was something that may not have been given to you at that time?
But that was the thing, like, a lot of people don't know. I was dealing with some personal stuff, which was a part of the reason for me making the decision.
Okay.
My mother was extremely sick, and I was doing my part to take care of her, like stepping into that manly role.
Yeah.
And I wanted to test the waters, but the way the NC State handled me, I just said, bump it. I'm just going to enter my name and just go. And that, I don't feel no kind of way about it. And, going back to the draft status and all of that, Herb Sendek, I feel, I don't have any proof, but at the same time, I noticed that the energy changed when he showed up to Chicago. And I was in Chicago kicking some butt and really improving my draft status. And the same coaches and staff members that was like, man, keep killing it, keep doing your thing. When he showed up, they were like, hey, you want to go back to school? You should probably go back for another year, right? So I don't have proof, Herb, if you ever see this, but I felt like my mama always blessed me with a good head on my shoulders.
Yeah.
So something happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't say what, but how is it that the same people that's like, bro, you killing it, are the same ones that was like, you should go back to school within 24 hours? So, you know, things like that happen, but I went on ahead and jumped off the porch, as they say. And I'm grateful because there's a lot of things that I learned. There's a lot of things that I experienced, a lot of things that I went through. And it helped me. It made me grow up even more so. And, you know, I'm able to do what I'm able to do now by giving back to kids and help other pros and stuff like that, because I've seen every type of journey that you could see in this game. There's nothing that I haven't seen or experienced from the NBA side, international side, Big Three side, whatever. Like, I've played this game a long time, 20 plus years of service that I've had to the game of basketball.
Let me ask you a question. Forgive me for not knowing. Did you ever get a chance to play against Jordan?
No, not Jordan.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, I wanted to see if he had some.
No.
So when you got a chance to play, and you say you was the LeBron draft, that's what did you have a chip on your shoulder when you went against some of those guys that were drafted?
I always had a chip on my shoulder. That's a College Park thing.
Yeah.
That's a Coach Outlaw thing. That's a Keith Winston thing. That's, you know, all them coaches that salute to them for what they've done for me. Norman Parker, Lindsey Hunter, the list goes on, man. Like, that's just a pride thing, being from Gabi and overcoming a lot of those things. And then it's also a thing of, like, Riverdale prepared me for 20 years of being a professional. I played in a ton of things as a kid, you know, having to play at North Clayton, you know, in the trenches. Like, you know, Riverdale, North Clayton is always some smoke. You know, I don't know how it is today. I don't think it's like it was then today, but it was always some smoke. So, like, going into that school and people throwing stuff at your butt, like playing in front of your peers. You know, I remember we had a game, you know, this was back when Monica was dating C Murder, I want to say, and C Murder at the game, bro. He whooped somebody before the game even started, bro. They had to get him up out of you, bro. I'm telling you.
Wow.
Game was swole, too.
Yeah.
And, you know, one of these games I'm talking about, this is one that was on my birthday. And I remember that happened before the game started. Then we started playing, and then the lights went out because the weather was bad. And, you know, it's just us in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In the middle of all them folks, man, they had to get security to get us up out of there, man. Them folks was throwing stuff at the bus and all that. But that environment is what prepared me for Staples and Madison and all of these places, because one of the hardest things, at least from my lens, is playing in front of people you know and grew up with. But to be in a arena of 20,000, that ain't really on nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause y'all don't know me, I don't know y'all. So that's kind of like how I've always viewed it and looked at it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can see that. Like, so me and B, we both come from the music industry, and I actually have found it harder to perform in front of a small setting, in front of all your peers, your loved ones. It seemed like it would be a little different. Not hard like we couldn't do it, but just like, I don't know, your energy up. You just really want to do really well. But when you're in front of a big crowd, like we actually did Staples, like we were actually in Madison Square Garden before, and you're looking out, you don't really see. Like, you see people, but you don't see them when it's your family and friends.
You just in that moment. And the crowd be turned, but it's just so much different when you know, like, man, that's my mama. Or that's my homeboy, or, you know, that's other family members, like, and these people, like, know you. So they've really had a chance to watch you from when you wasn't to now you are. And, you know, that's different because you want to show out and give them your best. Yeah. Just because, like, you represent, like, because then they go out into the world and then people be like, that was your son? He trash or what? Like, nah, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
people who be like that.
You already know. Just hating, but at the end of the day, man, like, I just wanted to make them proud. I want not only my family and my loved ones, but I want to make my community proud. You know what I'm saying? I want to be an example of, you know, whatever situation you come from, like, you had an opportunity to make it. You had an opportunity to, you know, move and go forward.
So look, I want to ask you something. We talking about playing in front of family, friends. We talking about being in Metro Atlanta, being over on the South Side. Just like Lou Will was on the Atlanta Culture Podcast, and they asked him like give his top 5 Atlanta hoopers, man, who from the Metro Atlanta area, man. What's your top 5 of Atlanta hoopers?
From the metro area?
I mean, you could do the state of Georgia if you want to do it.
From the metro area? I mean, you got to put Lou in there.
Okay.
Smooth.
Okay.
Howard.
Okay.
You gotta put yourself.
Oh, I was gonna last. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to think because Kwame was more so outskirts. Damian is from Atlanta, right? D-Wop. Neek from Atlanta too, ain't he?
Neek
He from North Carolina. Went to
Neek
Georgia.
from North Carolina,
Yeah.
but he went to Georgia. Okay.
You got
But Damian from Atlanta.
I'm not sure. Damian Wilkins?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nephew. He from
He was
Atlanta.
born in Atlanta, yeah.
Okay.
You got old Ant-Man. Got Dwight. Yeah, you already said Howard. You said Howard every time. You already put Dwight in there.
You do got Ant-Man. You do got.
And
I'm just trying to do my due diligence before I just stamp
I
it.
feel you, because you know what, people, they gonna hold you to it.
Boy,
They gonna hold you to it in them comments.
from the A.
It's a tough list, man. We
I
got
don't really, you know, I don't really think, man. First of all, shout out to everybody from the A that done made it. You know what I'm saying? Javaris Crittenden, shout out to my brother. Look at.
Oh yeah, we got some sound effects.
Hey man, don't be fun about
Yeah, we done came a long way, Josh. We got sound effects now.
That boy Castle from the A.
Yeah.
We got some folks, bro.
Yeah. The other guy that's
Hold on,
Spurs
Jabari
Yeah,
Smith.
yeah. I forgot about that.
No, we got a ton of folks from the A. Yeah, I'll throw Ant-Man in that thing.
Got to, yeah.
Yeah, I'll throw Ant-Man. in
Man,
there.
it's so many players, and it's like
And I ain't gonna say throw, like respectfully, but I'm gonna put you. Let me rephrase that. Cause they be like, you gonna throw him in? You know, it's gonna be somebody,
You
bro.
know
Like
how
I
it
don't want no problems, man. But again, this list don't have. It ain't no shade to anybody else that done came out the city because we got a lot of legendary people. One of the brothers that I always like to mention, you know, if his path was a little different, then the story would have been different. But Rashad Karoof, one of the best players that we've ever seen come out of Atlanta. He was the #1 player in the country for, I feel like, 4 to 5 years straight. Mm-hmm. If you look him up, 6'3", guard, handle, shoot that thing from anywhere. He was like a little grown man, bro. Like just had a ton of game, man, and just, you know, things caught up with him. But I always want to make
Did
sure.
he ever play or did he ever make it to college or?
Yeah, he went to Kentucky and then had to go, I think, D3 from there because he was getting into it with the coaches or whatever.
Wow.
Like, he had one of them stories. But if you look up Rashad Karoof, bro, he was the one. He was the one. Because we took a team to France and we were young too. We took the twins, Jarvis and Jonas, some other pros, Stephen Hunter, myself, DeJuan Wagner, Rashad Karoof, and I could be missing somebody else. Maybe it was Josh Powell. I don't know. But we took like 8 of us, and we was over there putting in work. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of people from the city that have had phenomenal careers, made it to the pros, and, you know, hats off to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like this, it just ain't no shade. The list can't. You know, the list doesn't mean anything other than me just answering the question. Ain't no knock, no nothing as my disclaimer. But
y'all stay out the comments, man.
No, stay in there, because that's what it's about. But I want to make sure I do my part and be responsible because, you know, I understand with the brotherhood how hard it is.
All right.
And that's the thing for me is like I always want to give everybody their just due. because, it's hard to get into any professional life. First of all, it's hard to go from college, from high school to college. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But then you're talking about playing professional on any level. So if you've had a chance to get a check and play, you've done something that millions and billions of other people haven't. So salute to all of my hoopers, because there's a lot of guys from the city that can hoop and play, and they just phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? So I want to make sure I'm giving my due diligence to everybody at the same time. So
I want to ask you this. Kobe Bryant, LeBron James. You got a chance to play with Kobe. You got a chance to play with LeBron. I mean, watch LeBron. What's the difference between the two?
6'9", 260, bro.
Elaborate.
That man could play every position, and he approaches the game differently. Like I don't want to give somebody the nod because, oh man, these other two guys are killers. That's okay. LeBron a killer too. It just look different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Magic a killer too. It just look different.
Yeah.
Bird a killer too. It just look different. Like I just think what LeBron is doing, the consistency and the longevity, as much as people want to claim, that ain't, man, it do got something to do with it. Because if Jordan or Kobe played for 20 years, but there were some years where he was unhealthy. But all these woulda, coulda, shouldas, man, if you ain't done it, don't speak on it. Cause that man going into year, 23, 24?
Well, LeBron been playing so long, I done forgot what year he in.
20 plus, but that man as a third option, he still averaged a dub. Come on, man. As a third option. And then when the boys went down, he cranked that thing up. Like, come on, man. At the 40 spot.
Yeah. Yeah. At 40,
I salute
41
what he
now.
doing. Hey, listen, I always say, and this is in order of I'm gonna take it to y'all's point, but Lil Wayne is my GOAT. At me, come see me.
Okay,
I got a valid argument.
Atlanta and have a New Orleans as your GOAT.
Because of how, but you right, but how he did it, So I got Kobe is my Lil Wayne. I got Jordan as Jay-Z.
Okay.
And then I got LeBron as Drake.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, yeah.
And when it's all said and done,
I like that. LeBron as 3 stacks.
When I said and 3 stacks, listen, he legendary. But
he is.
But when I say Drake, like when you looking at body of
you
work,
said Drake. I thought you said Dre.
No, Drake.
Okay.
Like,
I thought you.
So when
you
you're looking
Drake.
at we know 3 stacks is special. So it's no shade, but I'm looking at body of work and everything that's coming with that. And when you look at how many people Drake has assisted, like his numbers, everything, people can say what they want to say, man, but it's similar to LeBron. For me. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at GOAT status, like they all up there. I got my personal favorite, of course, right? And if Hakeem is my personal favorite, but when it comes to those 3 particular, I got Kobe getting the nod over both. Okay. Personally. But realistically, I got LeBron getting a nod over both.
Over Jordan?
Absolutely.
Why you better stop, man?
I ain't better stop nothing.
What? How you got? Hold on. How do you have Jordan over LeBron, bro? Jordan ain't lost no championship ever.
Kareem over Jordan.
Man, you tripping?
I like this.
Josh,
okay, I'm throwing Kareem.
Let's stick with Jordan.
And look, let me tell y'all this. This ain't no rage baiting. This ain't me coming on no pod to be like, I'm trying to say something to get likes. Bro. This ain't got nothing to do with that. Kareem was the best to do it from high school to the pros, bro. That man had one shot. I got a rattle. That man got one shot to get a bucket. You know what I'm saying?
Kareem
all the things he had to overcome. Okay. 6 rings.
Hey, look.
38.
Kareem is Kareem. We're going to leave that over there. We're talking about Jordan and LeBron, bro. We're talking about them 2.
What's your argument?
6 rings, no losses.
That's it?
LeBron snuck to Miami to go play with some. Like, Jordan did it all in one team, bro. How you gonna go and join 2 other great players to form 3 great players? That's easy. That's easy, bro. That's cheating. You earned yours. You didn't go chase no ring. LeBron did. Am I lying?
So because Mike stayed in Chicago, but they brought who they brought to him.
That's how it's supposed to done. That's how they supposed to done. That's what LeBron should have stayed in Cleveland, and that's what he's supposed to do.
So work with what you got.
Exactly.
Damn, but Jordan ain't never worked with what he got.
Yes, he did.
They had to upgrade him after 7 years by himself.
He went through them 7 hard years, and they said, all right, come on, let's get somebody
cool.
to play with him.
Okay.
And they drafted Scottie Pippen.
But this a part of the game.
But how is he better? How is he better?
It's his opinion.
No, it's facts.
Oh,
It's facts.
okay.
Josh, I'm disappointed. Man, you played basketball.
I did, but I've also looked at from the standpoint, I don't want to just give somebody the nod just because, oh man, they a killer or did this or did that. Like
He won
Jordan,
6 rings.
He did, but he had help. That's the thing. Everybody's had help.
LeBron's had help.
That's my point. So we got to get off of the whole
he done
Jordan
lost
did
more.
it. But when we first started this conversation, what'd I say? We got to talk about role play. Everybody else that's a part of success.
True.
Jordan ain't won Nathaniel by himself.
Oh boy.
Somebody tell me, prove that to me.
Coming out.
Prove that to me.
Hold on.
Prove that to me.
Hold on. Nathan just sat down. And he's saying this. There ain't nobody win nothing by themselves.
That's my.
Oh yeah. He gonna break out the sound effect.
That's my point though, because when people be arguing about this stuff, bro, it is a team game. You do have your best player. You got people that do what they do, but at the end of the day, man, when you look at some of them games when Jordan won, like Paxson stepped up.
But let me ask you this.
Go ahead.
You said this, bro. Jordan handpicked the people he wanted to play. He knew what they can and can't do. Just like you said, Kobe knew everybody what they was doing, what they was up against. Jordan knew what he was doing. All right, they gonna focus on me. I'm gonna kick it to Paxson. He gonna hit it. He better hit it. I'm gonna beat his ass. That's how Kobe was. That's probably how you was. Jordan was definitely like that.
I ain't gonna beat nobody else because they ain't make a shot.
Okay.
I don't want that smoke.
Okay, hold on.
I can fight too, but I don't want that smoke.
He said, let it be known now. I ain't saying it.
I ain't saying it.
I do want to know this. So we had our boy on
Young Boo.
not Young Boo.
Okay.
I'm talking about we just said his name, man, from Gwinnett.
Lou
Lou Will. He told us about some stories with Jordan. I mean with Kobe. Did Kobe ever challenge you, or you ever see a moment where he got in somebody's face? Like I love.
He got in my face in training camp first year when I got.
Tell us about this story.
I got picked up by the Lakers. This was after Ronnie Terrioff had signed, which was a blessing. So shout out to you, Ronnie, because I appreciate you. When you left, that opened up a vacancy. So that was right after they lost against Boston.
Okay.
You know, Ronnie played phenomenal, went and got a deal with Golden State, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it was Golden State. And, you know, my agent got the call. We went, worked out, killed it, got a 2-year partial guarantee, but it was 2-year. And coming into training camp, so I immediately went to L.A., started working out, getting, you know, established, because for me, I'm like, man, I got to set the tone early. I got to come in here, do what I do. So we went through summer workouts. We get to training camp, and, you know, Cole been in the gym. He kind of in and out throughout the summer. Just, he don't really say too much, cool. Then we get to training camp. I want to say this like the second or third day in training camp, and we're running a single-double, which is basically like a floppy set. You know, for those who basketball terminology, but you got, you know, your bigs coming down to set the screens, they cross screen and they coming off. And I was on offense, and, you know, Kobe was coming off my side. I don't remember who was, he was guarding, I forgot who he was guarding because I'm setting the screen. But I popped him. He was like, motherfucker, don't you do that again. I said, all right, bet. So when they ran the play again, I literally told, I can't remember who it was. I said, man, bring him out this way again.
Yeah.
But that was just him, because it's like he wants to see how he can test you or how he can push you and stuff like that. I don't have outside of that as far as my personal, because from that moment there was love and respect, because I was also doing my thing like people that know about me, like energy guy. I do have a really good skill set, you know, pick and pop, mid-range. I can shoot the three. I can handle, I can do, but I never showed, like that part I wasn't able to do in the league because it was just like, we just need you to do this, and then that was my job.
Yeah.
So, you know, we had a rebounding drill, and I was kicking their butts, man. I was getting every offensive rebound. I was getting all the defensive rebound. And he saw that because we did that drill after that drill that I was talking about.
Okay.
And, you know, he had a chance to, like, see that, and it was just, like, respect. He was like, man, who gonna stop, bro? You know what I'm saying? So it's like to be able to command that out the gate, and especially me being a 6'9" center, and I'm mixing it up with 3 7-footers, because DJ was a part of that. DJ Mabanga was a part of that team as well. Andrew Bynum, Powell. You know, there's a ton of length there, and then you know, LO is 6'11". So for me to come in and I'm athletic. You know, probably the most athletic on the team, but at the same time being able to carry my weight. Is something that I'm appreciative of. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always taught for me and always taught for those guys because there's an appreciation for that. You know, if I don't go and practice every day and I'm working my tail off, I'm also helping them get better too, believe it or not.
Yeah.
And they're helping me get better, of course, because, you know, they're amazing talents, but that doesn't take away from anything. I'm gonna show y'all something just to, because, you know, a lot of people be like, man, bro, you just be talking, bro. But hold on. No, we got to go ahead and do that. Hold on. We got to go ahead and do that. What is it? You see what that say out there, right?
Lamar, yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, what? You see what that say? What'd he say?
He said Josh Powell.
No, don't do that. But I just wanted to show, you feel me? Because a lot of time people they don't get to see that part.
Yeah.
The only thing you see is when the games go on TV and that's it. But like the what's it called? The training camp or whatever that Hard Knocks. You know, they show like
Hard Knocks. Yeah, when they're in training camp.
Man, come on, because you got to.
We was working them,
bro. You got to see all of that. Because you know how many guys are sitting that don't play that got talent, that got game, that can go to work if they had the right opportunity. I never had that, but one thing I can say is my only start as a Laker, I had 17 and 10. When I played with the Clippers,
get 17 and 10.
Come on, man. And this was when we were down some key guys because of a fight that happened the night before. Like, when you get a real opportunity, like with the Clippers, I had a real opportunity to play the last, month and a half, 2 months of the season, and I averaged, without being a main focus of the offense, but I averaged 12 and almost 10 rebounds a game.
Wow.
Just playing my role and being a part of what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I put up some really good numbers, 22 and 13. 15 and 13, 10 and 10, 12 and 12. Like, I was able to put 21 and 9. Come on, man, but when you don't get the chance to show it, everybody always gonna say, like, bro, you trash, and that's why I hate it. Like, one thing about me is I will never trash another player, ever, because I know both sides of it. I know how hard it is. I know the grind that you gotta go through. I know mentally how effed up you could be because you racking up DMPs and all. Like, bro, people don't understand the mental strain that players go through. I don't want to hear all that talk about, bro, y'all got millions of dollars. So what, bro? I want to be able to show what I could do. At least me.
Yeah.
I want to be able to show you why I'm on this stage. Nothing to do with you, but why I'm on this stage. You feel what I'm saying? And a lot of times guys don't get the chance to show that. And I want to be able to be an example and show that because it is hard. People don't understand how hard it is, bro. Politics, overcoming your situation and your circumstances, overcoming family, overcoming friends, overcoming, you know, there might be some health things that could take you out. I was able to go through an entire season without any major things happening. And people want to always dog you out or tell you ain't as good as this one or that one. Like, come on, man. I wish Riverdale JP could have showed up in college or showed up in pros, and y'all really would have seen what time it was. Yeah. Let somebody give me 30 minutes plus. Come on, man. Ain't no way.
Let me ask you a question. The Hawks just drafted a 6'9" center. They projected him to play 4 and 5. How can there a lot of people's concerned about that, but his wingspan is 7'2". What's your wingspan?
Around 7'1".
So explain how someone like yourself that's 6'9", has a good wingspan can compete against a 7-footer and take advantage of him.
Because it's a strength thing. That's the one thing that he has to do, and I'm speaking from experience because I was always a small 5, and I can go on my phone and show you pictures of me elevating over 7'2", 7'3" foot centers, and having to guard them. And the thing about it is, because you're mobile, because you have athleticism, make sure you go in that weight room and really get stronger. I'm not saying you got to be heavier.
Yeah.
Just be stronger. Like be crazy with the strength, because those are the things like that you'll see in today's game. It is physical, but the physicality looks different because you don't have the Antonio Davises of the world, that are true power forwards that are down there on that block. You don't have the Zach Randolphs of the world. You don't have the Charles Oakleys of the world, like true guys that are like power forwards, like are built crazy. Like you don't really see that. So in this day and age, just be able to hold people up, because that's the other part about it too. If you could guard a big and hold them up for at least 2 to 3 dribbles, you've done your job. As long as they ain't like one dribble at the rim and stuff like that, you have done your job. So there are systems in place to help guys. Atlanta has a brand of basketball where they're able to switch and do some things because you got Jalen, you got the people that they have, and it allows them to play that brand of basketball. I know people are gonna say, well, you need a big, you need some length. I'm sure they'll figure that out. But they have their brand of basketball. That doesn't mean that it can't work. You know what I'm saying? But you got to have some alternates and to be able to play with some different lineups in when there's time for that. You know what I'm saying? Two bigs could get you a win. It could not get you a win. You know, this year the way New York rotated bigs, that really helped them. So. But San Antonio on the other end, they had bigs too. You feel me? And the other part of it is what experience you'll gain, because I don't know young fella's IQ and everything else, but they trust in him clearly if you pick him the way that you picked him. So a lot of those things go into it. I don't think it's a bad thing, and this is speaking from somebody that's the same height. And that's kind of how I've had to do it, throughout my career at being a small 5 too.
No, I'm glad he asked you that, because you really came at the right time, because there's been a lot of talk about our guy. The first name is Zuby. I can't pronounce his last name. But anyway, like, for us to get perspective from somebody who's the same height, around the same size, he looks to be a pretty strong dude coming out of college. We'll see what he becomes in the pros as far as working on his strength and if he decides to get even stronger. But you gave us a perspective that we needed to hear right now, and any Hawks fans definitely need to hear. Like, I'm glad you asked them that, because like you the right person at the right time to give us the perspective we need on that player.
And what's surprising is they're calling him a rim protector, like 6'9" rim protector, and then watching his highlights, he plays like a rim protector, and he's kind of stocky and built like that.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm looking forward to seeing what he can do. Yeah.
One of my guys, I'm gonna give him a shout out to Kyle Hines. If y'all look him up, he's probably one of the best American, if not the best American player to play internationally. So he played for like Cheska, and we were teammates with Olympiacos, and he played I forgot which team in Italy, but he was 6'5", 6'6", playing the 5.
Wow.
Right? And he played against guys way bigger than him. But Kyle had a motor. He was athletic. His attention to detail, very smart player. I mean, he just got it done on both ends of the court. And looking at him and watching him, like, when you get a chance, y'all look him up, man. But he had a phenomenal career. I'm talking about multiple EuroLeague championships, multiple in whatever league he played in, won multiple championships. He was also the defensive player of the year. I think he got 4 of them.
Why he didn't never play in the pros?
4
Like just because
defensive player of the year. At that height, playing center, 6'6".
6'5".
Wow.
I can't speak for that. But the crazy part is now he's a part of the Brooklyn Nets staff.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Because of like when you go to his Instagram, you'll see like he got motion.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You're gonna have to show a video before you do.
But I say all that to say, the game. It depends on the player. It depends on your attention to detail. But if you got a guy who's committed and who's willing to work and do anything that they need to do for the team, it don't matter their height, it's their heart. At the end of the day, it's their heart. You know what I'm saying? Because we can talk about the littlest player, we can talk about the biggest player. Like, it's your heart, man. It's what you're willing to do, and you can't fold in any moment. You know what I'm saying? You can't fold. One thing that I'm proud of is the fact that I feel like in my 20-plus years, I've never folded. I've been willing and wanting to face any type of adversity, any type of challenge, whatever you give me, I want all that smoke. That's the only thing that I know is because of my childhood trauma, I always was in a place of proving somebody wrong.
All right. So breaking into that, I know I was joking earlier. You'll go to Josh, Aaron. So failed fatherhood. I was joking with Trey, asking where that came from, but that's a book that you've written. Tell us about it.
Mm-hmm. So failed fatherhood basically is like a play on words, and it is the way that my children's mother and even some of my kids kind of view me from that standpoint. And that's not the way that I feel about myself. But I also wanted to use my experience and my journey to be able to help so many fathers and other men who are going through parenting struggles, you know what I mean, to kind of give a playbook as to how you can protect yourself, put yourself in a better position, and all of those things. And I did it in a very tasteful way. So I'm very open and honest. There's a ton of transparency in this book. But I didn't talk bad or bash the mothers or do anything like that. But I gave real experiences. Like when you go through these chapters, you know what I'm saying? Like at the end of these chapters,
yeah, I see
you
documentation.
see, come on now.
Yeah.
That's what
he got the receipt. He got the receipts, y'all.
Because
he got text messages, all kind of stuff. He got the receipts.
Because one thing that I've noticed is when you have these conversations with people, a lot of times they be like, well, what did you do? Or no, it wasn't that bad. And it's like I don't think y'all understand what men go through. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all, like our women, and the other thing too is this ain't me speaking up for just men. There are women who go through hard times with their, the father. Not you, I'm saying with the father. My bad, you right. Let me get that back. There are women who go through some tough times. But at the same time, it's for the children to see too. Because how many fathers we know that keep secrets and take it to the grave, man? And it's like, bro, these men are crashing out every day because they not heard. I want to be a voice, man. And if I hurt some people in the process of doing it, I'm okay with that because there was nothing about this journey that was malicious. It's to educate and to help somebody who was in the same position as me, going through the same things, and like, how do you adjust? How do you work through a situation or scenario that's not favorable for you? You know what I mean? Like, and that's really a part of this system that we're dealing with. Even if you never have to go to court, there are battles that men are fighting in their homes every day. There are men who are in relationships and have children and are being alienated from their kids within and don't even know it. Some of these men don't even know it. They don't know it every time that they get into it with their girl about something with the baby and she say, don't do that to my son. Don't do that to my daughter. What you mean? You see what I'm saying? Like, you know how many men don't really catch that? Like, he caught it, but I'm saying there are men who don't catch that, right? Because it's like What do you mean? This is our kid.
I have an amazing child mother,
No,
but
say-
she when she's upset, she said that, and I'm like,
Bro, you can't. That's
What
but
you
know.
mean?
But do you know how damaging that is? Because when these kids hear that, and then you in the crib with your kid, and then you wonder why your kid will go to mom before they go to you. It's a reason behind it, because they know it's gonna be some static. So if they gonna get a no from you, they gonna get a yes from her. And if they get a no from her, they can still manipulate it when they come to you to try to see what you gonna do. Like they know once that unity is fragile, they gonna play off of that, bro. These kids smart, man. I don't want to hear nothing about they young and all that, and their brains ain't developed. Man, cut it out.
Oh yeah, kids definitely.
Come on,
smart.
man,
We
cut it out,
definitely
man.
know how to play the game.
Remember everything.
These kids out here graduating at 13. These kids out here running $1 million businesses. These kids are out here being entrepreneurs, getting degrees. These kids is out here robbing and stealing. These kids do whatever they want to do. But we'll sit up there and say, man, they're not developed in all of this. Like, listen, two things could still be true. Yes, their brains and whatever, they're still growing and developing, but that don't mean we're going to give them a pass on what they doing or what they're not doing, man. These kids are extremely smart.
So look, I know the book is not just for men out there who are not in the home with their kids. It's also for men who are in the home with their kids in their relationship. But for the ones, if you had to give advice to, say, here's a young man getting ready to have a child, starting off, they're not in the same home, what advice would you give to that young man right off, and just to start off immediately having themselves in the most protected and best situation they can as a father?
Put a parenting plan in place ASAP. And it don't mean you got to go to an attorney or something like that. Just get somebody to notarize an agreement, because that's just the same, and it costs less. Work on that. Have them conversations and get some things in order, so that way you don't have the headache that you have. Like, understand your rights, understand certain things. And I know my man was saying it earlier, like, learn the system. Empower yourself by being educated on getting an attorney or representing yourself. And if you do decide to get an attorney, you have to be structured and disciplined enough to stay the course. Document. That is a must. And have your timeline together. Write down dates of events. If you feel like the person that you are dealing with is very confrontational, then go on certain apps. For example, I have to use Our Family Wizard, which is an app that the courts will have access to, so that they can see the communication. And you could document everything on the app. Like, there are ways that you can go where you can protect yourself and put yourself in a better position. If you don't feel comfortable doing pickups and drop-offs at the house, find a location. Get it notarized so y'all can come to an agreement. Matter of fact, get a location where you are protected by a camera, most importantly, a police station, a fire station, because it'll be minimal incidents if you are ever in a position where the person you have to co-parent with is, a bit challenging. And this information is also for the ladies too, because you might come across a young man who's ready to crash out at any given time. Put yourself in a position where you can protect you and protect your child as well.
Man, you said something that I didn't know, and I don't know the exact situation that this applies to, but you said when in certain situations people get an attorney, it's considered an admission of guilt in certain situations. Like, break that down for people, because I never would have thought getting an attorney would be a form of an admission of guilt.
So one of my partners, man, y'all reach out to him, TJ. His brand is Child Support is Fraud.
Child support is fraud.
Yeah, y'all make sure y'all tap in with him. Good brother. He's here in Atlanta all the time. He's actually on the West Coast, but he comes to Atlanta often, does a ton of businesses. Like, he's phenomenal brother, just a great dude. But he talks about it so much. Like, I've learned a lot, not only through him, but through other people and then me doing some research. But a majority of what I've been able to learn has been through him. And it's like how you're considered when you walk into court, like, because you have somebody that's speaking on your behalf, is almost like you guilty. Like, and the one thing is like, knowing certain language and things, you know, that you need to say or not say when walking into a courtroom. Because the first thing is like, I know my rights as a father, like, I am not abandoning my child. Like, what are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? The processes that, you know, were filed in order for them to get you to court, like all of these things that are nuanced that are being broken down with people like himself and all of that. But there is proof to show that the system is designed to break families, but it's also designed to get money. Like they have, I want to say child support makes over $700 million a year. So that's why, like, when you look at how they're banging people over the head left and right for child support, is because they're getting whatever percentage of that before you even get the money. So there's certain cases that he speaks about that child support basically admitted to, you know, them doing wrong by people, you know what I mean, because of how the system is set up. You know what I mean? There's some women, I want to say the case is Blessing versus Freestone, something like that, but yeah. They basically, you know, it was some women that took child support to court because they was like, what's going on with the money? Like, if I'm supposed to get $100, you know, at least I thought I was, then why am I only getting X amount? And it's like child support taking money, you know what I'm saying? So it's just a lot of information when we're talking about family system, father's rights, all of these different things. Like here in Georgia, even though I know we was talking about when you sign the birth certificate, but you still got to get legitimized here in Georgia. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have your rights unless you get legitimized, yeah. which is you know crazy. But it's all of these things that we have to deal with just to be in our kids' lives, and it's like you shouldn't have to go through that. And you know, for the women, man, at the end of the day, you know, a lot of times, you know, there's a lot of penny pinching going on. And I think you compare yourselves to what some of these other women are getting because they're able to live freely, but because of who they're dealing with, that's not the average woman's situation. In the average woman's situation, you might be getting anywhere from $100 upwards to $1,100 to $1,200. So at the end of the day, you're gonna have to work. You're gonna have to put in some time. Like don't call somebody a deadbeat or something like that, bro. Like you got to put in your time to establish your household. Lastly, if you can't take care of a kid by yourself, don't have one.
Hey, that's some game right there. Like if you can't take care of a child by yourself, don't have one, man. We pretty much at the mark. We just about to wrap it up. I do have a question back to basketball. Well, really a person I want you to speak on because his legacy amongst not in basketball, but his legacy amongst some of the conversations that support us, like just because of things that went on in his personal life, to me, gets tarnished and trashed. But as far as a basketball player, I think he was just an excellent basketball player, somebody you played with. Now, you kind of mentioned him earlier. Like, speak on Lamar Odom, because I don't think over the years, like, Lamar still gets the respect that I personally think he deserves for the type of basketball player he is. So many people go to the personal that's with him, and I just want to talk about the basketball player he was. Like, Lamar Odom, to me, was an excellent basketball player, and I just want you as a teammate to speak on Lamar Odom and what he brought to the team.
And Lamar is my brother. I love Lamar. And even outside of him being a basketball player, he's a phenomenal man. He's a phenomenal person, man. Ain't nobody perfect. Go through losing the people that you've lost, including losing a child. I know what it feels like to lose a child. So a lot of people giving him slack, man, but you're not realizing the mental and emotional strain that any human being could deal with in the loss of anybody. And a lot of the behaviors came from coping. And as much as we want to say, like, don't let that get in the way of what he's accomplished and what he's doing right now, which is phenomenal too, because he's using his story as a way to give back. But that man is experiencing life. And I wish that people could extend grace to everybody, but we live in such a cold world, man, and a lot of people talk crazy online, which you can't really pay that no mind. But nobody's perfect. Everybody has a journey or a story. Everybody's has something that they're trying to overcome or something that they're dealing with. And I think when it comes to Lamar, you know, we're watching and witnessing in real time, and his life has played out for the media. And people have made a joke about that, which is nothing funny about it. He needed love. He needs support. He still needs that today. But that's no different than a person who's healthier, you know, if you want to compare. But we all need somebody. We all need love. We all need support. We need a village because, you know, I'll speak for the room. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like everybody in this room, we have hard days. You know what I'm saying? We have days where we feel like, man, I just ain't got it today. And in those moments, like, you know, there are people that we lean on. And sometimes there are some people that feel like they don't have anybody that they can lean on, which is the reason why they do the things that they do. And I get it. You know, for me, my vice was the tattoos. That's why you see me covered from head to toe. Like, that's trauma. That's a lot of pain that I'm bearing. And that was one of my ways to release. You know, another a way that I used to release was drinking. Another way was smoking. I used to do edibles. You know, and then I've always indulged in women. That was like my thing. You know, because I had a strong desire. Like, you know, some of that comes from, well, probably a lot of that comes from my abuse and my upbringing, but, you know, it developed into something much stronger. And that's been something that I've been, you know, fighting for a very long time. Not to say that there's something wrong with me, but, you know, I'm always on a journey and looking to grow. And, you know, these are some of the things that we overcome, and I'm putting myself in there too because I don't want to leave Lamar by himself, but I'm just showing people about the fact that we're all trying to overcome something. Yes. So I'm here to, you know, be transparent and be vulnerable because y'all's little words don't make me none, bro. Like, I stand on mine. I take ownership of everything that I've done, every person that I've hurt. For that, I am sorry, and I do apologize. It is not my intention. I do love people, and I got love for everybody, regardless of what you've done to me, because I hope that the Spirit will be able to allow me to enter the gates because of the work, you know, that I've been able to put in, hopefully. But I pray for that brother, and I'm always there for him. And, you know, I know Lamar has so much more that he's going to give to the world and be an example. He's was a phenomenal basketball player. He also has a phenomenal basketball mind. And regardless of anything, man, I think that he can still give so much to the youth and, you know, younger players that are part of this generation, that he can be able to bless them, especially helping steer them in the right direction.
Nah, man, I love that, man. You went even deeper than I even were asking or could have imagined. I appreciate you sharing that. And you're right, we all battle our vices and our demons, as they say. In January, people who been following our show, they know, they heard me talk about it before. Come January, it'll be 5 years alcohol free.
Congratulations, that's big, man. I'm proud of you.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah, I'm proud of you.
And it's been nothing short of a journey each day. So, you know, I commend you for being open and honest and transparent and sharing stuff with fatherhood, sharing all the things you just shared with us, man. Thank you, because a lot of us, sometimes it's hard to reveal yourself to the world or people. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate and respect that.
No, for sure. And I appreciate y'all for allowing me this opportunity. Are we coming to a close? Is that what it's looking like?
You got more you want to talk about? Let's do it.
Bro, I can sit on that mic now. Don't tempt me with a good time. You know what I'm saying? I could definitely sit on this mic, man. You know, but I'll give a couple of quick things, man. Y'all support your boy. What I Wish I Knew was my first book. Failed Fatherhood is my second book. And the other thing that I'm proud about, you know, hopefully you can see right there, 21 Reasons, you know, is my publishing company. So we want to help, you know, continue to create more members a part of this author family and to help people get their voices and their stories out there. 21 Reasons to Give is my foundation. Y'all make sure y'all pull up, support. And then lastly, so I had to move the mic to the side. You know what I'm saying? This is an older shirt, but, you know, we got the official logo, but at the same time, this is my new league that I'm establishing with the beautiful team that I have, and we will be bringing this league starting here in Atlanta. Super proud of this Crown 3, which is a 3-on-3 full court basketball league, man. We will have former NBA players, we'll have guys who play internationally, we'll have your content creators, all underneath one roof competing for a championship. It'll be a shortened season. One of the other things that I'm proud about too is like the work that'll be done off the court. You know what I'm saying? The way that the programming will be designed, how we'll be able to, pull up, how we'll be able to help our guys, gain opportunities, build, all of those things. So I'll have more information coming. I just wanted to kind of give a little snippet because I want to put this on notice. Any hooper, y'all holler at me. Anybody that is looking for an opportunity, we got our first. We're doing like a showcase or a tournament style event this Sunday at the Arena Lilburn, the 28th of June. It'll be from 5:30 to 9:30. Please get there, players, teams. Please get there at 5 o'clock so we can start getting registration and all those things situated. But make sure y'all follow the Crown 3 League page on all platforms. And we building, man. Everything that I'm doing is to help and to serve and to make sure that those stories that we just talked about, that players that come through this league, we're going to show growth from beginning to end and make sure that they have the proper resources and the proper help that they need in order for them to transition properly. So,
like that Crown 3, man. Make sure y'all tap in. Hey, look, we got to give it up. We got to give it up for Josh, man. Look,
when y'all do have an event, we there, man. Let me know.
Come on.
Yeah, and the publishing company, I'm gonna holler at you because I got a book that I've been working on. I need to stop procrastinating and go ahead and finish it. I'm about half.
Y'all pull up on your boy, man, because one of the things that I want to do is I want to help create an experience and do it in a way that it ain't beating you over the head, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But understand the work that goes into it. And for those people that don't know, bare minimum, and I know people self-publish and, save money, do all that, but those same people, in most cases, they usually have to do a lot of editing and some other work, so they eventually end up, incurring some costs because, you should have did it right the first time. So invest in yourself. We don't talk about that enough or as much, but invest in yourself. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't do a hookup. Everybody can't do whatever for love. There has to be at some point in time where there's a little money put into, the vision and all of those 100%. Things. So don't cut corners on anything that you're doing.
100%.
That is if you don't want to hear me for nothing else that we've said over the last hour and a half, at least hear me on that. Don't cut corners. Invest in yourself. I know we have different tools and things like that to make it easier. That don't mean that it's the right way. Sometimes you got to jump in them waters. For both of these books, AI was not used. For both of these books, this was a lot of late nights listening to Division and the same album, September the 5th, on repeat as I went through many chapters, many paragraphs, as I was, sending voice notes and doing all of those things or meeting up with the editors. My first one, it was Lacey. On my second one, it was Navanya. Shout out to her. And, I put time in. This is hours of work right here. This is intentionality right here. So I just want to encourage everybody, man, grow. Do some things that are uncomfortable. Put yourself in a position where you can be a better version of yourself. I didn't know that I would not only be an athlete, but I am an author. I'm an artist. I have paintings that I've done. I got a publishing company. I do a lot of work, in philanthropy. I'm in prisons now, speaking, with companies and stuff like that. And then now, like I said, I'm doing my own 3-on-3 league, and it is time. And I'm going to continue to work because it's for the brotherhood. And at the same time, man, those who are a part of it, we're all going to grow together. So. That's what I got.
All right, hey man, one more time, give it up for our guy Josh Listen, man, like we always say, do you have anything you want to add, Be Rich?
No, I'm good.
Hey, man, make sure y'all check him out. Phil, Fatherhood is the book. Crown 3 is the league. Make sure y'all check him out. All things that he's doing, man. We appreciate you coming through, Josh. We appreciate you taking the time and rocking with us, my guy.
The only thing I'm asking, bro, I got to get that Riverdale jersey up in now.
Okay, man.
Can't be all things Atlanta, man. If you ain't got the South Side.
Hit us off with one.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, look, hit us off with one. We'll hang it.
All right. Ooh, that boy spicy, boy.
Yeah. Hit us off with one and we'll hang it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hit us out with one. We'll hang it up.
Hold on. I know he's about to leave, but
What's up?
I see you know how the folks be hating. I see your little YouTube plaque there.
So
I ain't hating though, but I want to give a shout out, man, to everything that has gone into what y'all are building.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm proud of both of y'all. I got nothing but love for both of y'all, man. Keep killing it. Keep doing the work that you're doing. I'm appreciative that you've allowed me to come on your platform because I know this is a safe and sacred space. But thank y'all again, man. If there's anything that I could do, any way that I can support, y'all let me know. The next sign that'll come up, we're going to have Southside's on. It ain't just going to be the Waterboy. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to come on that. You feel me? But we're going to have to put Southside's on.
We got it. So guess what? The signs are interchangeable.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We just got
y'all heard it here first.
Yeah, man. Well, look, everybody, like we always tell you, the Waterboyz Show, we represent Atlanta because Atlanta represents us. On behalf of myself, Trey, we got NBA legend, 2-time champion, Josh Powell in the building, author, artist. Great father, not failed, my guy. Then we got, you know what I'm saying? We got B Rich, my brother over here on the side. Then, of course, we got Aaron, Pittman. And we, oh, boy, hey, man, done. Right at the end.
I think Aaron need to get 10 of these books.
Hey, man, done. He showed his face right at the end. We just lost 20 subscribers, man. Right
We're up to 1,000 for the year.
Everybody that was going to follow just unfollow. We got to tell you, man, sometimes it's better to be heard than seen, my guy. You know what I'm saying? Hey, well, look, shout out to Doug, shout out to Mario, T, Terry, Stilla Mike, my boys, Christian and Carter, and everybody, man, who gives us the support. We appreciate y'all. Shout out to everybody at the Big Facts Network. This is the Waterboyz Show, Atlanta's new voice in Atlanta sports, man, and all things Atlanta, man. And you already know how it ends. The Waterboyz Show, we are out.
Kill that camera.